HyperGuest. We should have
Yeah.
Amit there on
Amit
the
is
screen.
there.
Hi, Amit. How are you today?
Hello, Simone. Hello to the distinguished Just Pitch It team. It's nice to be here.
Very good. Very good. So you know the rules. You got 6 minutes. We're going to give you a few seconds to upload your screen, your presentation.
No home court advantage.
Yeah.
But thank
The
you for the
opposite,
effort you
eh?
guys put into the event for sure.
All right. How is that coming across? Let's see.
Let me check. And we can see your screen now. So time's up.
Okay. So thanks again, Just Pitch It team. Thank you for all the viewers joining us from home. My name is Amit. I am a co-founder here at HyperGuest, and that's what I'd like to talk to you about in the next 6 minutes. So HyperGuest is a new company, started at the beginning of this year, but we are not new in this business of selling hotel rooms. The founders have been working for the past almost 10 years with hotels all over the world in that challenge of distribution, or opportunity, I should say. And throughout that time, we're as technologists, we always said, wow, this could be much better. Wouldn't it be great if you could actually have open distribution? If you could just have pure technology so that nothing comes between hotels and the businesses that sell them. So that's what this is about. It's a sustainable distribution connecting to channel manager. Unlike many of our folks here, we are not a channel manager, but yet another channel that is super powerful and allows this open distribution. So what does it mean? Where does it fit? So if you think about the known ways in which a guest can end up in one of your beautiful rooms, obviously you can get them direct onto your website. That will be amazing. That's not easy or cheap, but definitely a great place to go. You can rely on the global OTAs. They are very good at what they do. They're not cheap, and they're getting more and more powerful. And therefore, the word of distribution mix was mentioned before. So how do you actually create a distribution mix? Well, the next thing you can add is those travel providers, the other businesses that can really help you. So these will be agencies, these will be meta searchers, this will be the regional or specialist OTAs, closed groups that are buying, corporations. There's a range of those travel providers. But unfortunately, if you look at it from the guest standpoint, today, they don't really trust those agents. 80% of the guests would trust the agent for the airline ticket and then go themselves and go to Booking, Expedia, and so on. And just for this simple reason, you as hotelier will end up paying twice for the distribution, because those travel providers could be very good partners for you as you are enhancing the distribution mix. And everybody we speak to says, we would love to work directly, both on the hotel side and the travel provider, but it's just not possible today. Some of those travel providers, they're just not equipped or not big enough or not technological enough to work directly with channel managers and PMSs. And what they end up working is through GDS systems that are quite old, or with wholesalers, also known as the bed banks. And in that case, they would be buying from a wholesaler who's buying from another wholesaler. There's this black box for the hotel. They don't feel they have control. The travel provider is getting a small piece of the profit, the distribution profit, and then the guest not getting a good price. And by the way, can I see a picture of the room? Oh, no, you can't. So they go to booking.com, and just again, you end up paying double the booking just for those simple technical reasons. This is a we fit in. We are a direct connectivity in a form of a technological marketplace. We will plug into your channel manager as a source. We will plug into the system of your travel provider. That's what we are knowing what to do. We know to do it in huge scale, in an easy plug and play way, and at a very cost-effective manner. There's no cost for HyperGuest to the hotelier, no setup fee, transaction fee, or minimum. And there's a very minimal cost to the travel provider as well. And the onboarding happens within minutes. It is fully automated, and then you are good to go. So, that actually opens up a whole new opportunity to rethink what we think about direct selling. So direct selling is not just on a website. It is also inside of the agency feed. You could be there as a direct option. You will be there as a direct option with emerging OTAs, with meta searchers, and with corporations. You don't really need to rely on middlemen, and therefore you will be paying less for distribution and have much more control, and all that with almost no work required, because it's all fully automated. And as it's automated, your rates and availability from the channel manager like Dingos and others, will be fed into HyperGuest, as well as the rich data will be very easily made available at the room level. The terms and policies will be in full control of those as a hotel. And then the demand side can search your room. They can make a reservation. It comes directly to your system, not through a middleman. And you can work in an open marketplace or apply designated rates. So on the one hand, you'll be getting reservations from agencies you never heard about just because you're on the marketplace. On the other hand, you can then put a designated rate plan and say, I only give access to it to this partner. And therefore, you have a great platform to deploy your existing business relationship or the ones that you are building just through your channel manager, the existing channel manager. You don't need to change your technology. You don't need to change your existing channels, all incremental and, like I said, free. So the benefits, you get bookings straight into your systems. The margins are higher because there's no middleman anymore. Okay, you are putting in a lower price and then you get a happier travel agent at the other end. There is full control for the hotel of the rates, terms, images, pictures, ownership of the booking, of the identity of the user, for marketing, and so on and so forth. So in summary, it's a win for everyone. It's a win for the hotels because better commission, owning the customer and controlling. It's a win for the travel agencies and providers because they now can grow their business in confidence. And it's a win for the customer, for the guest, because they can book with whoever they prefer and they get great price and all the information they need about your amazing rooms. So this is HyperGuest. We welcome hotels to come on board and join us in this opportunity.
That was great, Amit. Thank you so much for your presentation. Katarina, do you have any question for Amit?
I do. Hi, Amit. Great presentation. Looks great. I would ask you, what are the number that you have of travel agencies that are already connected? Because it seems that that's the only advantage bad banks can have over you, right? So the number of connections that they already have, and also the standardization in terms of data that they need to receive and to be plugged in. So in terms of scalability,
Okay,
how you have things
agents, structure of the data and the scalability. So in terms of agents, you have a range starting from Google on the one hand all the way to specialist agencies that rely, and it's typically the smarter agencies that know how to sell the product. And one agency in the UK told me, well, anybody can look at the Expedia feed and try to present it to their customer. I'm looking to do smarter things here. So there's a range there. It's just to throw numbers. Yes, there are several hundreds, but in these pandemic days, the impact, and I'm not going to deny that, on agencies is temporarily the biggest probably, and they are ramping up. There's no magic here of making guests where the guests don't exist, but the ones that are coming on board, again, are either the most sophisticated one, and they are going by region. So that is something that has a variance. You have there, like I said, traditional agencies, consortia, corporates, and big and small meta search options. And mostly also hotels actually look at it as a way to start through their existing B2B relationship, and just a great way to make them more efficiency. Enough with all those emails going back and forth. Let the existing designated partners work directly with me and make it easier for me, and let me give them great rates. So how our hotels really get started with this is they deploy their existing relationship, and they see the growth as the entire industry of the travel agents growth is now happening regionally. This is no difference in this case. In the case of the data, we're not doing a separate level of mapping. This is quite important. We do have a lot of experience. Like I said, 10 years. We have been in the bed bank space ourselves from previous lives. And now basically we are very specific about understanding the needs of the demand platform and do little, if not any at all, mapping that is needed to take the information that's coming in from the channel manager PMS and making it available on the other side. And in terms of scale, the system is designed, it's probably, when we have worked with the most scalable systems in the market for many years, so we're about 1 or 2 orders of magnitude more scalable. We introduced no look-to-book limitations on the travel side because our computing efficiency is that more efficient. So a single server would sustain 100,000 search queries per second, and we can have any number of those search nodes available. From the moment there's a change in the ARI on the channel manager, within seconds, it is reflected with the agencies, or even pushed to a meta-search or an OTA system if they have a push receiving sophistication. So actually, scalability is probably one of the strongest sides of engineering of this solution.
Okay, thank you so much, Amit. Scott, do you have anything to add? You're muted, my friend. Much
You would
better
think
now.
with 8 months of teaching online, I would have figured out how to work that button. So, Amit, first of all, thank you very much. Really cool solution. When I talk to my students about innovation, I talk about it in terms of disruption. There's two kinds of disruption. You're either solving a problem that people don't know exists, or you have a unique solution to a problem that no one has solved, or you solve it in a way that the people that are currently solving it crap their pants when they learn about your solution. And I think that you are probably in that second category, and specifically in terms of disrupting the OTA affiliate net landscape, right? And right now, Booking.com and Expedia have a significant amount of their distribution that comes from websites that are branded other than Booking.com and Expedia. And you offer an opportunity to connect to those. If you could figure out which ones are actually the bigger producers for you, you offer an opportunity to connect to those in a way that really you could, quite frankly, share the profitability with that partner and still make a lot more money as a hotelier. So it really is a really cool disruptive thing. So my question for you is, how are you increasing the connection on the buyer side? So it's very obvious to me it's a great marketplace, but what efforts are going into making it really connected to more things so that I can start to disconnect some of my more expensive stuff?
Sure. So first of all, thanks for that. I think, and I just want to touch on, I will come back to the question of how we're growing those OTAs. But you touch on the word innovation, which I think applies perhaps to technology like HyperGuest, but also to the hotel themselves. And I'll give you an example. We worked with the hotel, and they said, we are an airport hotel, and one of the top stateside airports that was well known. And they said, we want to work directly with the hotel service desk. They have people that are being rerouted or missed their plane. We want to be able to sell them a room, even on an hourly basis. We come to a traditional connectivity provider, which is a CRS, and they say, great idea. We can provide it in 12 months, provided that 100 other hotels require the same capability. So how does that dynamic fit with the idea of hotels being innovative? Hotels want to be innovative and try new things quickly, fail fast. All the idea of innovation also apply to hotel distribution. So that's my quotes parenthesis, because you mentioned the word innovation. So I want to talk about how we're growing growing a marketplace. Is a bit harder in the beginning, but the value to customers once is 10 times or 10x bigger. And how we go about it is by picking specific, very interesting markets, and then going from supply to demand, back to supply, back to demand. So, for instance, certain regions that we've pushed forward in. I'm not going to list all of them. I'll say Italy, obviously, a huge market for both Europeans, Americans, and elsewhere. So, a pivot market for us, for going more eastwards, the Emirates, super important market. So you come to those OTAs and you say, are you interested in working directly with great properties in those fantastic tourism or business hubs? That's a great start. And then from that point, the hotel says, well, I really want to work with those agencies, and the agencies, and then it continues back forth. And that is how this marketplace has been growing and will continue to grow.
Yeah, that's amazing. I mean, even just distributing to a special corporate account and having similar economics to what a branded hotel would have versus an independent, as opposed to that really cumbersome, expensive distribution system to connect to just your local corporate person. I think it's really innovative. So congratulations. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. And, on that front, hotels get from us their own white label booking system that they can give to the corporate. And it's no cost, so just one example of the fully functional booking system. So all the philosophy of buying direct, whether it's on API, whether it's in the agency's existing system, or whether it's on a branded white label system of the hotel, it's all about making the hotel very powerful and working directly.
Cool. Thank you.
Okay, we got 45 seconds for a question and answer. Sorry, guys.
Short question. How long does it take for a hotel to connect with HyperGuest?
Awesome. So the short answer is 30 minutes, and the long answer is not much more complicated than that. Basically, we will get the information from wherever it is possible to get it. So if the channel manager generates enough, or the PMS, to provide that information, I'm not going to mention name, but some are really good at, and then push of the button, rate plans coming in, room lists coming in. Some other channel managers, there's a process of feeding just a list of the rate plans. So that would be, however it take that 10 seconds. The static data is also coming automatically. So you push a button, you say basic information, and whether from public information about the hotel or from the PMS, this is imported. And within, you see the slider running for, I don't know, 7 seconds. And now you have all the rooms, all the pictures, all the amenities. You just have to review it. So it's not one of those, and again, we've worked with hotels. They're busy before the pandemic. They are super busy nowadays. We don't want to give them a massive project now. There's another system that I'm going to spend hours on work, and then I'm going to see if in the first week I'm getting a reservation or not. This is all super easy. So no project complexity, no cost, no change to the technology. We're trying to make it like an easy decision for the hotel.
30 minutes to connect. That's the message.
Yes, with some 5 minutes left to talk about how is the weather and what's the corona doing nowadays. So.
Be careful, because Marta, she's going to contact me to get to the work. I'll be the responsible.
I know.
Cool. Thank you, Amit. Thank you, Amit. It was brilliant. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you,
Thank
guys.
you so much.